So guys, what we have to do now is a lot of things. There are a lot of things. We have to fix the body, since it's a little bit low poly. We have to fix some other things, and this handle here we have to make it thicker. Let me see how I can make it thicker. So I will go Tab, press A, and Alt S to inflate. Oops, Shift S. No, Alt S to inflate. I'm inflating it, and yeah, it should be pretty much thicker, like probably something like this. Should be fine. And then I will just scale it this way, but not too much, like this. Maybe I will scale also this guy. Not exactly this guy. Press A to select everything, and I will scale this guy. Okay. Of course, we can select this guy too, and scale him also. Now, I've talked with the animators, I talked with everybody, basically the art director and everybody, and we decided that this here will be one mesh, and he will just not put his hand like it's in the concept inside this belt, but he will just grab it. Yeah, that's for the best animators. The animators say that it will be difficult to put his hand inside the mesh. So yeah, it looks nice on paper, but obviously cannot be done exactly like that. So now I will push and push a little bit, and I will maybe let a little bit of air like here. Although I'm not sure I want to let it that much. This belt, by the way, I like it to be thicker and bigger. Now it doesn't look super cool. So let's go to Tab, press A to select everything and scale it like this. I think this thickness will be nicer, and I will of course scale everything else too. Like, this is not a good idea. This will be difficult to scale. So what I will do, let me try to just, yeah, I'll try to scale only those. No. So I will move I will move this and this. Yes. Those I will scale. No, again, scaling, not good. So moving, just this one, move this way. And this one, move this way. Yes. And now for this part here, press A, scale it up, make it bigger, like this. It's fine, and now I will scale it a little bit like this. And put it in the middle, around this. Yeah, it should work. And this now, it's looking more like it. I mean, we cannot have this kind of very tiny little details, it will be bad. So I will go to this, and can I select this too? Shift? No, I can't. But whatever, press A and make it a little bit with Alt S, a little bit bigger, just in case. And by the way, I'm not sure I want to look at this anymore, at the concept. So for now, I think we are okay. I can hide it, and then I will show it if I need. Okay, what else I have to do? Here the weapon is almost kind of done. We need this. So the spiral that we put inside, if you noticed, I mean, some of you probably know, but we have a spiral inside. I will kind of get rid of it by deleting it, and then we will make thickness of this. So go and solidify modifier, increase the thickness of the solidify modifier. Yes, and apply it probably, but first I will need those to be connected. Since they will be of one material, then I will press solidify. increase the thickness a lot because we don't care, it should be inside. And then we'll go to subdivision surface, then on solidify modifier edge data, increase, and it's lagging, which I don't know exactly why. Probably we can get rid of the cavity, and hopefully the cavity is making the lag. It's not exactly the cavity. Maybe because I'm recording, but who knows. Okay, this is relatively fine, maybe 4 levels. It will be nice. Of course, there are things that we have to do. Again, 3, here I, to inset. We need to inset that because it looks awful. With the inset, it will now look much, much better. And most likely, we'll have to go ahead and crease. Few edges like this. Yes. Shift E and crease it. Not too much. 0.3 is okay. Yeah, most likely and most of the time 0.3 will be fine for us. So I will apply the solidify modifier now. Let me see what will happen here. Press tab again, and I probably would want to see if I can crease a little bit more those edges here. There are just 8 of them I have to select, and Shift E to crease. Yeah, it's not gonna work perfectly well. I will add one more loop in here and one more loop in this area just to kind of sharpen the edges a little bit more. And we are done with this. Now we have to go to this place. This, not place. It's not exactly a place if you notice, but I will add a few more loops in here. Maybe 2 loops for now. And I have to select those loops and move them like this. Scale them, maybe. Then this thing, by the way, is it a separate... Oh, it's a separate mesh, so it's okay. But yeah, this will not be visible. So let's add our subdivision surface modifier and see what will be visible. Only the things that are visible are visible. Only the things that we want are visible, which is fine. Here in the bottom we have pretty much a big issue. So let's go 3, select it, I, and scale. And then I will put one loop in here just in case. And here in the top I will add a little bit of, you know, crease. Always a good thing. Shift E, crease. Around 0.4, it's okay. And here, of course, I will again add the I, which is insert. And those inserts obviously are pretty important. Sometimes I cannot do it, so I will do it again, and now it's fine. Sometimes when I start the insert and it doesn't work, I mean, it's... Okay, next we have to deal with those rivets here. So let's go and select. Now, those rivets are turn out to be some kind of a multi-mesh or whatever, multi-user mesh or something like this. By the way, here we messed up. So let's select this first and fix it, because obviously it's messed up. I don't want this. So I will move this into position like this. It should be a little bit maybe protruding, but not in. Yeah, just a personal preference. And also I know what will happen with the normal map, so I would like it to be a little bit more outside like this. Now we go again to those guys in object mode and shift select them all. Not this. Shift select, and then we want those two to be combined. So when I Control J and combine them, started to appear some other things. It's not good. So I will go to object and relations, make single user. Don't ask me how I got to this thing, and object and data. So I'm making them single user. Hopefully now they are single user and I can select them. Oops. And then combine them. Let's see if we can do that. Control J. And I think we are kind of okay. Yeah, we have a problem in here. Obviously. But let me see. Here we have an issue. I will move this issue. I will again select those and make them single user. Oops. Hopefully it will be okay. Object. Relations. Make single user object and data. Enter. Hopefully they are now single user. I can select them again. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed by this, but yes, we have to. And Control J. Now it's okay, nothing has turned out. And I will mirror them. And since the mirror now is a little bit awkward, I will Control A, all transformations. Now they are mirrored almost correctly. Now I'll press Control and the dot. And what that will do is allow me to move my pivot of mirror or rotation, which is, by the way, here in the options, origins. This is, Control and the dot is disabling this origins here. Okay, it's amazing. And I was turning this on, and then I forgot that I turned it on, and then I had this X, Y, and Z, this big X, Y, and Z, and I was asking myself, what's happening? Why are those X, Y, Z? And I searched in Google, because I always do that. I search in Google when I have problems, and it turns out that I have turned this option on about origins. So now we are okay. Now we are fine. We are doing great. Now let's see. This guy he's not exactly where he has to be. I will move it a little bit just to make sure, but it's fine. This will be not exactly the most visible part of this mesh. Let's Shift D and move it up. Let me see how big are those. They should be bigger. They should be a little bit bigger, all of them. So before I move it, let's select them all, press Tab, and they are all selected now. And I will Shift S to scale them a little bit. Yeah, this I think it's fine. It looks amazing now. So scale them with Shift S, just tiny bit like this. This should work, but we'll see. Then we press Tab again, and I will select this guy, and it will be difficult to move him up, probably, but I have to. Yeah, they are a little bit bigger now than they should be. Wow. So Control Z, and then Shift S, and I will scale them. No, Control Z, Shift S, and scale them just a tiny, like this. Now, perfect. No more. Okay, thank you. But did I scale the middle one? The middleman? Yes, okay. Shift D, put it here, and adjust it. Although here it almost never will be visible, but nonetheless, let's put it there, around this area, and see what will happen. I will try to move it a little bit like this, and go in, rotate. Alright, looks fine. I'll probably have to smash all of those a little bit more because they are too pronounced. And also we need to put some of those rivets here. So we need 4 more rivets. So I will take the first one, which was this one, or I will delete this one, by the way, I don't like. This one I will take, and I will rotate it at 90 degrees. And put it G and move it here. I'll just put it into position very manually, too manually, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, this looks fine. I think it should be a little bit smaller maybe, yes. S, scale it down. And then I will Shift D and move it down here. Then I will probably have to take them both and combine them with Control J. But first, Let me put it inside like this. And then I will combine them. Control J. And then I will add a modifier mirror. And then Control A. All transforms. And of course, also we have to control and the dot or period and move this a little bit on the side. Because our weapon is not exactly in the mirror in the middle of our screen, which obviously could be a little bit of an issue, but now it looks fine. I think. Yeah. Control the dot again and let's select this big guy here. And I see that we have subdivision. Okay, but this is too sharp here. I don't know why. This is amazingly sharp. So let's go and Shift E and go down minus something. I don't want it to be very sharp. I told you I want everything to be kind of sharp, not too sharp. Too sharp is always a problem. Here on the top we have issues, but I will increase the subdivisions for now just to see what will happen. And here also on the top I want to decrease the sharpness of exactly this. So Shift E and go down minus how much? Minus 100 will be okay. Around that, maybe even less, yeah. Okay. Minus 0.100 of course. But yeah, most of the things are done. If I figure out something, of course we have to apply the subdivisions on this. So apply, add a multi-resolution modifier, unsubdivide few times, like always. One more time maybe. One more time. And then apply, go to the top subdivision, then go to this belt and make some holes. Width, let's go to sculpting and let's try to make those holes with the mask brush. So I will go to the top view. It will be a little bit easier for me. Then what is this? Is this a box hide? No, this is a hide. Okay, do we have a... I think we have a box mask here somewhere. Box mask. And we can mask here in the middle with this box mask. And then we can unmask some areas if we want. And this will be a great way to make those holes, I think. So let's try that. So unmask here. And yeah. I don't want a hole in this area particularly. I will want a hole probably around this area. And then the next one will be around here. And then we will not need more there. Here we will just hide this. And next hole will be here. Probably those will be the holes. Yes, press home to see it. I think it looks relatively fine. Now I will invert the mask with A and going on the right path. Maybe smooth the mask a little bit and then I will go ahead with the holes. They are kind of squarish, but maybe I can fix them with M. But the position is exactly right, so it's good. And yeah, I will just try to achieve a little bit more roundish holes. Yeah, sometimes I don't work exactly super smart, but sometimes I work very smart. So it depends on my knowledge of the software. In this case, it's not the best knowledge. So control down, I'm just making those holes so they can appear in the normal map. And we are kind of good. We have the holes, I will disable the mask. And they are pretty big, of course, those holes, but I think it's fine. It's fine, they will be fine. Now, next thing, I noticed that here we have some issues because this is protruding here, which is absolutely not good. So I will move it. I talked with the animators, with the lead animator. She said that everything, yeah, she said that everything is okay. And this arm will be fine. He will be able to bend it. Or at least she doesn't see any immediate threats to the animations, which is good. I like, because I thought that they could be. I will make here a little bit so this is more like we have more like silhouette there, which is good. Which would be good. Let's say it would be good. It's not good yet, but it will be at some point in the future. This it's rarely gonna be visible, so I'm just not gonna bother to make some inner parts of it or something. Not a problem at all. Everything is okay. Now, smooth this, not smooth, but just make this happen a little bit, because this will be the most visible part. Here, okay, I probably will, yeah, why not? And here, we'll need one more like this, and probably I will inflate a little bit this part, and this. They have to be big squares because it will be kind of viewed from around here. It will never be viewed from here, so close. So yeah, that's the idea. I got the pat in the back from our art director. He said that I'm working better in Blender than in ZBrush, which is not exactly the case, but he was joking, of course. The idea is that he liked the model, which is good, because sometimes I'm not completely sure about the model, and when the art director sees it, he said that there are problems here and there and everything, and I don't know. Now I'm kind of happy with it. I'm not absolutely super excited about the model. I'm rarely excited about any model too much, and that's because I know that there can be always more things. The model always can be better. But since we have limited time, and also now we are working with, we are working. Let me just hide this. The PureRef, if you don't know, the program that I'm using for the reference to appear on the screen at all times is PureRef. PureRef. Of course, if you don't know this program, so you are pretty new in this field. By the way, before I start the low poly, I will move the eyes out of the head and the teeth also, and I will separate them a little bit, and also I will move the head away from the body, and I will kind of make some of the pieces a little bit separated, which is what I do. But that's part of the process that you will see. That's part of the fun that we will have. Okay, 22 minutes in this video, we are fine. Now I will select those parts here and press I and go inward a little bit. All right, this looks nice. We have to go maybe... Okay, let's leave it like this, but press... Oops, no. Control R and just add this, and here just one. And this will strengthen the thing, I think. Yeah, should be good. Okay, we need one more. Control I here. So, but just I, not Control I. Just one more. Let's see what happens. Yeah. This particular small part here, I don't want it to have sharp angles at all because it's too small. And if it has sharp angles, it will be the end of the world as we know it. Which we don't want, right? Yeah. So solidify modifier for this guy, I will apply. And then I will have to go and fix some edges because they are obviously broken, but we will fix them. Shift E and make sharp. This is fine. Now I have to put some edges in here, for example. This is good. I'll put one edge in here, which is fine. And one probably in this area. Okay. And in here. I cannot select it. Okay, I will not put anything there. For now. 4. We have 4 subdivisions and it still doesn't look right. I will connect this and this. Let's see. Ooh, this is pretty huge inward. Alright, alright. I don't care. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit too much. I admit it, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, it will be okay. Now this thing here for the nose, I'm not sure. We'll have to fix it. This I will move. Yeah, of course with symmetry. Do we have subdivision and mirror, which is okay. We don't need the symmetry since we have mirror, but subdivisions we have to point it at least at 4, and here I will go back a little bit so this will be more visible. This rubber part. Alright, here I will probably try to inflate it. Yes, and move it up. Now this thing, what can we do with it? It has a mirror, and we have to, let's go to this first and increase the resolution. Alright, so this now looks a little bit better. Let's go here and we have multi-res. But it doesn't look super nice. So I'll Control R and it should be better. It's not too much. Subdivide it one more time. And now it looks kind of nicer. You see a nice edge, which I like. And it's not about me. I mean, I might like or not like something, but we should do the things as they have to be done at some point. Let's go see this again to kind of have an idea what to do. So mirror, let's go with subdivision surface. Like 3 or 4. 4 probably. And then we have to go tab, Control A, and oops, just A, and Shift E, and make it like this. So the bottom one will be softer, but the top one, I will select it, and then subdivision surface, and increase. By the way, all those subdivision surfaces, at some point we have to apply them, and then put multi-res modifier, and yeah, it will be a process. It will be something that we have to do. But yeah, press A, Shift E, increase. And this will be a little bit sharper. Of course, I can add one more loop in here just to sharpen it a little bit, but not too much. Then I'll go to the sculpt mode and just inflate. And here, with the sculpt mode enabled, I can try to, what's happening here? Oh, we have mirror and then subdivision modifier. Okay, okay. All right, partner, that's fine, but it's not exactly perfectly fine, because here we have to move with G. Yeah, and when I move it, you see the clipping is making it clip to the middle, which I don't like. This should be fine. Let's see. It's fine, but not exactly. Now I will take all this and move it down. I just don't want the head to be visible from this. I want only those things to be visible. Now I will select this and Alt S. Of course I have to select it. Alt S, inflate it a little bit so it's a little bit bigger. And this, the bottom part, I will move it down, but all of it. So A to select it and move it down, and probably adjust it a little bit better from the sculpt mode. I always like to use the sculpt mode to adjust. Sculpt mode is my go-to when it comes to adjusting. Probably you have noticed that already. Some people are adjusting from the edit mode, which is absolutely okay if you're comfortable with this, but since I prefer to work as a sculptor mostly, that's why I adjust from the sculpt mode. Here we don't have enough polygons, so I will add one more in here. It will be a little bit better, I think. Okay. And move it down will be easier because now we have geometry there. We have geometry there, and which is great. So the hairline is relatively fine. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's fine. Yeah, we could spend more like few more hours working on the hair, but it will not do us any good. I mean, from this position it will look the same. When we close up, it could look much better, of course, but we don't need it. That's the idea. We have to stop at some point, and that's a little bit difficult. Some people are more perfectionists, and it's difficult for them to stop. Other people are not that perfectionist like me, and we like to stop even before we done a great job. So, yeah, but the idea here is that I have practiced all my life to make main forms, so I'm very good with main forms, and I kinda am able to make the overall look of the character relatively nice. So the details doesn't matter that much, because if you make the character nice as an overall shape, as a silhouette and everything, the details are just not so important. I mean, you can do them, you cannot do them, it's fine. But if your main forms are not good, even if you put a lot of details and spend a lot of time, the model will look awkward. It's not good. So I prefer to spend a little bit more time in the beginning of making the mesh and make it look kind of perfect, at least as perfect as I can do it. And yeah, so we have to do a lot of this. 0.6. Let's control R just to see what happens. Okay, this is bad. And why is this? Because I shrinked the model a lot. So I made it a lot smaller than it used to be in the beginning. And now it's a little bit less than 2 meters, the whole model. And the head is small, so we need to shrink the voxel size a lot in order to make it look better. But I will not do that. I will retopologize. So I'll press N, go to quad remesher, and for the head I like it to be at least 250, and with X symmetry I will remesh it. And we will wait a little bit and we'll see what happens. Come on. And this is the original sphere, is the head. Now it will wait a little bit and we will see. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, let's see. Let's see, by the way, what happened. This is, I would say this is amazing. You see, this looks almost like a manual retopology. That's why this plugin is the best. I mean, you can see for yourself, it's how many triangles? It's 8,000 triangles, and this is almost production ready head. Almost. And if the animator is not so picky, he can even take this and make a rig and animate it. I'm just blown away. I mean, what's happening here? This is some kind of magic. You see the polygons going over here like this, over here, and especially those on the eyelets. Amazing. I'm just I will use this as a low poly. No, my low poly has to be way lower than this, so I will not be able to use it. But amazing. I'm super hyped. Sometimes this plugin is just amazing, even me. Sometimes it doesn't do super add-on. It's not a plugin. It doesn't do super good job. I mean, like this. Now it's just mind-blowing. Sometimes it's less mind-blowing, but it's much better always than the regular remeshing in ZBrush Blender. So subdivide, and let's go to our object mode. And now we will add, of course, our favorite shrink wrap modifier and select the sphere, which is the head. Okay, looks good, looks great, but it doesn't look great. I'm not sure why. It doesn't look that good. Maybe because the shrink wrap should be before the multi-res? I'm not sure. Or we can... It's rarely that you can put a modifier before the multi-res, by the way. Yeah. And it has to be after it. basically, and we have to go to project and negative and then subdivide again. I'm not super convinced by this, but let's subdivide one more time. And now the head itself will be 2 million triangles, which is enough. I don't want to make it bigger than that. And I probably will go down one level, apply the shrink wrap, and then go up one level and go with the sculpting tools and start to kind of do our job. Let's just smooth very, very slightly and improve some areas. This, of course, this step could be avoided if I wanted my head to be a little bit worse quality, but I want to show you how to make it a better quality. Of course, if you want to avoid this little tool, this add-on, the quad remesher, you can do it by hand. It will take you maybe 2 or 3 hours at most. And if your rate by an hour, if you're working, basically, if you're not a student and doing it for yourself, but if you're working and your rate for hour is $30, let's say it's $30, in more poor countries is less, and of course in more rich countries is more. Sometimes I see rates as high as $60, $70 an hour, which is, it sounds ridiculous for me. But let's say your rate is around $20 an hour. Let's say 20. It's a little bit more, you know. So $20 an hour. You spend 2 hours retopologizing this face just to make it cleaner. It's not your low poly. It's just to make it cleaner like this. Everything to be more clean and nice looking. And yeah. But if you had this tool, the quad remesher, then you will save $40 just from one head. And then the body will have to do the same for the body. Then you will have to spend a few more hours retopologizing the body, which will be, you know. And, you know, that's what I mean. It's you have to kind of consider what money and time will be saved when you consider taking this add-on. Because it's paid. But for the first month it's free. So you can always try it for free and then decide if you're gonna kind of try to take it. Okay, if you are kind of a hobbyist or student and you don't make money from your work, I admit it, it's expensive. It's between $60 and $100, I think, around that. The add-on. So yeah, you're working with Blender because it's free, so you don't like to pay too much money about for add-ons. I got it. But if you are a professional who wants to use Blender in their workflow and wants to make this kind of clean looking characters, then I will suggest this add-on, and you will probably you will see that you will need it at some point. Okay, I don't care too much. By the way, this for now is before the final feedback. We don't have the final feedback yet, so we'll see. We have these teeth, which are looking amazing. I'm super hyped about this. No, I'm not. I don't like them at all, but okay, let's try to make them a little bit more interesting, like this. This will be a tongue. Why not? It's integrated here. We'll not see the tongue that much, so I will integrate it a little bit. And yeah, most of those teeth probably will not be as visible or visible at all, because he will not open his mouth too much. But why don't we have a little bit of a teeth in here? Yeah. So 40 minutes into this video, we are already kind of done with the head, the goggles. The weapon is almost completely ready and we are going pretty well. I mean, we have a great thing going on. Now, I will need more polygons here. This is ridiculous. So, let's see with Shift R what we can do. Yeah, this is amazingly bad. We cannot use it. Shift R, Shift R, Shift R. No. I will have to go much lower, like 0.1 probably. Let's try. Shift R. We cannot go even lower than that. That's the problem when you're working in real size here, probably. So 0.1. Probably this is too low. But yeah, I will save I will save this file. This is the 20. And after saving, I will try just Control R and let's see what happens. Because it could crash. Yes. But it's saved, so it's okay. Okay, we did it. It's 1 million polygons. What? 1 million. I think it's a little bit too much for us. We don't need that. So 0.4 will be fine. Control R. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's much better. Now it's 170,000, which is much, much nicer than 1 million. We don't need only the lower teeth to be 1 million. I mean, yeah, come on. Come on. Relax. It's okay. I'm here. No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's me. The devil. No. Alright. Here we do this. And basically, I want to make sure that these teeth are not very wobbly and not very wavy, because in the beginning they were. I want them to be a little bit more like normal, like stylized a little bit even. Not too much stylized though. But not too real also. So here, yeah. And you have to notice what game you are doing this for. This character, for example, hopefully will never get a close-up to his mouth or face on a cinematic, for example. Which is good, because if it does, it could pose a little bit of a problem. But it's not gonna, so we are okay. That's the idea. So 20 videos already. I'm very happy that we have managed to go this far with this character, because I wasn't expecting that much. Now, if I want to make it even better geometry, I will go here and let's say 1000 and go to remesh it, and then just multi-res modifier. Come on, remesh it. What's happening? Okay. This is fine, and now I will go to modifiers and multi-resolution and just subdivide it a few times. And probably I would put, I'm not sure which sphere it is. No, I cannot see it. Amazing. Is it this sphere 01? No, this is the hair. By the way, I want to delete this and this. X for deletion. Now we have to find the teeth. Well, not have to, but it will be nice to find the teeth. These are the teeth. So it's cylinder 002. Now I will add shrink wrap and cylinder 002. Of course, we have to go to object mode in order to have it. Let's see what happens. Come on. Alright, of course, project and negative, and we are there. Now I will apply this, and it's fine. Now 200,000 triangles, it's a lot for teeth like this, but I think we are okay with this. I can always fix it, because here in the back we don't need this exactly. Why do we have it then? That's the question, right? That's the $1,000,000 question, but let's leave it for now. No, I will not leave it. Why? Because I need to be able to color each individual part correctly. So, if I leave it like this, this whole thing will be colored white. Unless I color it manually in the vertex color mode, which could happen, but if it's more polygons, then it will be difficult in this version of Blender. In the next versions of Blender, they plan to make the vertex color painting a little bit more easy, so it will be better then, but now it's not. So these are the lower teeth. Of course, we have to go to the upper teeth and other things. I will delete this cylinder too, because we don't need it. Hopefully I deleted the lower teeth, yes, the other lower teeth. And then we have to go to the upper teeth. We have to fix the goatee a little bit. The headset is fine. And we will have to go over the whole model and see where we can put some things and remove others or whatever. We have to just go over the model and see what happens. And we will be completely fine. Yeah, the model is almost completely done. The body and a few other things, then vertex colors, and then starting the low poly. Amazing, I know. Yeah, so see you in the next video. This one is 45 minutes, which is a little bit longer, but since we had to do some things, it's okay. I noticed that the Googles are not exactly like the concept, but yeah, whatever, it's fine. Maybe they could be bigger, the Googles themselves. Yeah, let's make them bigger, by the way. Why not? Let's try. So select them. They have mirror, all of them. I'm not completely a fan of that, but we'll see. And let's scale. Okay, and now move them down. Well, G, Z, move down. Okay, and now we have to move them back. So G, Y, I move on Y axis. Yeah, I made them a little bit bigger. G, Z again, move up. Alright, now we have to move a lot of things. Because a lot of things got moved. And it's a little bit annoying, but I think it's for the best. So press tab, move this, oops, press A, move this back and up here. Now I have to try to select the inner part here, which is the, yes, this one, and move it back. Okay, and then probably move it a little bit more up. Yeah, I will make this video 15 minutes. I'm not completely concerned because, you know, whoever watched these videos, of course, is interested in this. So even if the video is hour and a half, it would be fine. This refinement phase is pretty important. It's kind of annoying, again, like most things that we do for the character, but it's important and we have to do it. So the Googles are a little bit bigger now, but we have to also take this part here and move it more backward, make it thicker. Alright, I will have to inflate this area, since otherwise I cannot make it thicker. I'm inflating it, just like that. Then I will move it, the whole thing. And here I see an issue, here. What is the issue? I'm not completely sure what is this, but we'll see. We don't have the clipping. But it's not the issue, obviously. Let's see what is the problem. I will press 2. Yeah, probably while I scale it, it's not in the middle. Now it's in the middle, but again, it has some problems. Maybe it has some inner geometries that I can't see, but no, it doesn't. That's interesting. It has to snap or merge. Okay, now I fixed it. The snap was too high, I think, so it's fine now. Yeah, sometimes just a few things we have to experiment in some areas, like I did now, just now. Experiment just a little bit, see what works or not works, you know. Most things will not work, so don't be worried about it, it's okay. And this I will move back a lot because I'm pretty... now I'm pissed. I have to move it back. It's not that I'm pissed. I'm almost never pissed. I'm pretty calm person. But in this case, I like these things to go back. And this, by the way, is because of the clipping is going inward, which I don't like. And this is going inside the head, which you will say that it's completely bad looking, but it's a game character, so it's fine. For the game character, it's fine. I will connect those with J. Let's connect only those with J, okay? Because, yeah. And now, let's see what happens. Alright, here we don't have a big gap, which is fine. This is a small gap, which never will be seen, since our character will be rotated like this in the shop of the game. So those things won't be that visible, but I see here some things that can be fixed again. Let's go and fix it. So I will select this edge and this edge, Shift E down to make them smooth. Minus 40, it's fine. Minus something 4 is fine. And here I will increase this, although I don't want to increase that much the subdivisions. I probably would want to put another edge loop just like this. And then go to just move it. And oh no. Okay. It's happening. Now, you see that it's kind of a bad job here. And this is also looking not nice. No. It's perfectly bad. But whatever, it's fine. It's perfectly bad. Alright, so the next video we will probably fix the body. Those things. It's pretty low poly. It could work. If I go to object mode and select the body and shade smooth, it's kinda working. But I like to make it a little bit better and to make the nails a little bit better. This glove can handle a little bit more resolution like this. Maybe not more because it will be too much, but the whole triangles in the scene now are 12 million, which is kind of okay. And at the end, probably they will reach around maybe 20-25 million, not much more than that, hopefully. Maybe it could go over that, but it's okay. I've tested Blender and it could export a lot of geometry, so it's fine. Bye for now and see you in the next video.